Hey guys, this is Tulin. If you feel like you're chasing happiness, you reach something and then you're happy and euphoric and bliss and you're just happy. Like, everybody knows that feeling, and then suddenly it just goes and you're back to your neutral self, and then this continuous cycle just happens. Well, I'm gonna hopefully bring some light and perspective into this, so let's just raise above all the confusion, and hopefully I can help you guys out with a little story of mine, and yeah, just bringing in some perspective around this. So the story is, me and my sister had this conversation a while back, and we talked about what we wished for when we blew our candles out on our birthday. And I said, more often than not, I would always wish for better grades. I would pass a year with a high grade, get into university. It was always education related, right? And my sister, on the other hand, she said, I always wish just to be happy. And that just stabbed me in the heart, because it reflected more on me. Now what I mean is, the moment I realised I wasn't happy was when I said, okay, when I finish my dissertation, when I finish uni, then I'm gonna be happy. Like, then everything's gonna make sense. I'm gonna know what I want to do. It's just, life is just gonna finally flow together. And that time arrived, and you know what? I was happy for about a week, and then I realised I'm generally not really satisfied with life. I realised I was chasing this happiness, right? So then I just, out of habit, I looked for my next happiness, which was get an intern, get that perfect career. And that was the moment I realised, I just had this intuition, like deep down, I was like, I'm making the same mistake, something's not right, because is that going to just be my whole life? I'm going to be chasing. So it was just a level of awareness. So yeah, so I became aware of that, and then I over time I realised it had to be not what my grades were, what I wanted to be, job title wise, but rather who I wanted to be, and not how much I earned, but what was my net worth, what value could I provide. And I realised it wasn't the grade itself, obviously, it was the feeling that I got from it. So I associated my education for my happiness. So I was dependent on my education for my happiness. So that's probably a big reason when I graduated, and a lot of other students, when they graduate, it's like education forms such a big a part of their life. But when they finish, it's like, okay, well, what do I do next? So they just think the next step is the career, the job title. Yeah, so it was always a far-reach goal, this never-ending chase for happiness, this destination. And so back to my sister, she would wish to be happy, which generally saying she wasn't happy in this moment. So we were both chasing happiness, but in different contexts. Now, what are you chasing right now that you think will make you happy? Because that's the first step, is becoming aware of that, basically. So nobody likes to chase. If you chase something, it's not gonna chase you back just as your boyfriend or your girlfriend. And the moment that you realise that happiness was right under your nose, you will always look back on life and think, I wish I was just more happy. I wish I wasn't such a grumpy shit. I wish it was all this, wish. And I definitely have some of those moments. Like, I don't know if you guys do. And you always do look back thinking life was so much easier back then. But it's the same as the exact moment you're in right now. And you may think, I'm genuinely really not happy right now. But then sometimes we think that our life is so much more worse than it is, until we look back and think, it wasn't even permanent. Just like happiness, there are better things to come. because in reality happiness is only temporary, and it comes and it goes, and sometimes the darkness and the sadness will need to come into our lives so that we learn to appreciate, understand the light and happiness. Because how would we know what happiness is without sadness, and how would we know what true love is without a bad relationship, a bad experience? So someone who understands the temporary nature of unhappiness and happiness will experience limitless happiness. A lot of happiness there. So I like to think of happiness as the yin and yang symbol. So the yin would be what you already do have in life, the gratitude, abundance in your life, and then the yang, which would be wanting more for yourself, more for life, to make a difference, to serve others. And that happiness is always going to be felt in the journey right now rather than in the destination. Who you get to be, what you get to do, create, all those sorts of things. And you will never be happy if you search what happiness consists of, right? Because as corny as it sounds, happiness is within us. And if you're not happy, then when I'm not happy, it's because I generally wake up not feeling grateful or grateful for the abundance that's already in my life. And that's okay if you do want more for yourself, if you're generally not okay with the circumstances around life. But there's sometimes we think our problems are much more worse than they actually are. And there's always going to be someone else worse off than you. So learning for what you already do have in life and wanting more for yourself. So the final chapter is happiness is limitless, okay? Happiness is limitless, just the same as money. Not X amount of money is going to make you happy. I'm not saying money doesn't make you happy. It does, but only in a way because money allows us to buy things that make us happy. So it's not the money itself, it's the vehicle of... Money is the vehicle, basically. So happiness is the gratitude for now, the abundance already in your life, and gracefully wanting more for yourself and for life and for others. Now it's just like, what is the meaning of life? It's not something you chase, it is the meaning that you give to life. And similar to what is happiness, it's not something that you chase, it is something that you are grateful for already in life and for what is yet to come. So it's the balance. Hope I really shed some light and perspective into this. I've really enjoyed talking about it. I'm not happy every day. As I just said, happiness is temporary. But I've learned to know that even when I'm not happy, then I'm grateful and I realise that there are better things to come, because everything is in a continuous cycle. This too shall pass. So thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Thank you.